we're all trapped in our own version of reality. When you think about the idea of perspective, we see the world through like our own lens, right? We see the world through the way we do. But when you actually start to think about how other people operate, you start realizing that everyone's opinions and perspectives are also different. So one person can see, an event take place and think a completely different thing than, what's actually going on. And this is the point. It's that you will only understand reality through your lens. No matter if you guys have went to the same school or, maybe had the same friend group or even the same like, parents, right? Siblings, you will only see the world through the way you do because everyone feels differently about the same topics. It's, sad and it's almost like relieving in a way where, that's like the thing that kind of makes you special, but it also makes you feel isolated because now you might go to somebody to get them to understand your perspective, and the truth is they'll never understand your perspective. No one will ever understand you like the way you do. And that's just the way life is. You see things a certain way and you want to get people to understand that, and they just can't because they don't feel the same things, they don't comprehend the same things the way you do. You're in a crowd, but you're still isolated. You're still lonely. Now, is this a good or bad thing? I don't really know. I don't think there's really a correct answer to that. And there's really no solution to this because it's, as much as you can try, you will never understand somebody else's perspective, especially, when you think about, you know, some of the worst people in history, whether it was like a terrorist or just like a, cruel world leader, to them in their perspective, what they were doing was the right thing. What they were doing was the only option or the best option in their own perspective. And I will never understand that, because to us it seems so crazy. Like, why would you, you know, murder a whole bunch of people for the betterment of society? You're literally ruining society. But it's like to them and their perspective, that is the best option. And because they're so driven to do, what it takes to succeed, they will go full heartedly all the way through with it. And we will never understand. So am I justifying like people who commit mass murders? Fuck no. But think about, how many people you know or you think that know you when in reality they truly may never will.